everyone. Welcome back to your weekly quick hit of inspiration to our New World, New You community. You guys, I am so unbelievably excited for this moment right now to reconnect with all of you. We've got something so exciting happening today. And before we get into any of that, I just want to give you all a chance to jump on. So when you get here, you know the drill. Hit that thumbs up like button on this video so that we can send a note out to everyone that we are live, and then jump into the comment box here and leave a message. Tell me something good, for God's sakes. What have you accomplished in your life? How are you doing? How are you feeling? It is a new world. It is a new you. We want to check in with you guys. So let us know how you are feeling, how you're doing. Welcome, welcome, welcome to your weekly quick hit. My name is Karissa Kouchis, or KK. Some of you know me as, and I am your guide, your host, and most importantly, your teammate on this journey to becoming totally and completely unleashed. And this video series is something that we do every single week on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 11 a.m. Pacific. And we do this every week, no matter what. We are always here on Tuesdays, and we share with you guys some type of insight or distinction or something that can support you in your journey. And this is all designed by Tony for all of you every single week. So we're so excited to always continue bringing you as much value as possible. And today is nothing different. We have something so exciting planned for today. Welcome, everybody. I see all of your comments in the comments and your likes and all that good stuff. So keep jumping in with your chats, and we'll just get this party started. I'm so excited for today because we have something special happening, something different than we've ever had. Literally, this is the first time we've ever done this ever. And it is relating to the fact that we all have a fresh start, I guess we could say, in our life, right? Like, it's been kind of a crazy year. And right now, today, this moment together as a unit, as a team, we're starting to turn the page into something fresh, something new. You know, things are starting to open up in many parts of the world. We're starting to free ourselves from the craziness, the cages that our minds and mentally and physically that we've been in, feeling locked down in even our heads, even our homes, even this world. And we today wanted to do something that was totally, completely different than any other segment that we've ever done. And it's going to happen actually right now here. I don't know if you're ready for it. Are you ready for something completely different than we've ever done? Today, we are actually going to do an interview where we're going to bring someone on that is in this community that has actually been a complete and total rock star, but has a story from feeling that lockdown in his own physical body, in his head, and had been literally laying in bed for a very long time, and has recently taken his first steps to a first start, to a fresh start. And many of you may know who I'm talking about if you've been in this group at all. He's been sharing his journey so openly. Almost every day there's a post, there's either a video or a photo. And we've been a part of his journey from literally being in bed to walking. And this person we want to bring up today to kind of talk about this and inspire all of you with your own stories of where you are, what was bed for you, right? What's the story in your life? Where are you at? Where do you want to go? And how are you going to get there? And so we want to bring this miraculous human being on. His name is Matt. And when we bring him on, you have to know that he is going to share a little bit about his story, where he comes from, but most importantly, what he plans to do next. So Matt Entizne is with us today in our backstage. We're going to bring him up here. And if you guys could do me a huge favor and give a big virtual round of applause inside the chat box, we can welcome him up to the stage. Everybody, it is Matt Entizne of our very own community.
Hey.
There he is.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, KK. How are you today?
I am feeling fantastic. How are you feeling today?
Good. I'm feeling amazing.
Did you already hit your workout?
Yep. I did my workout. This is my first workout this morning, and just getting my morning rituals going, and then going throughout the day. So I'm excited, pumped.
I just have to say before we start, and everyone here in the comment box is going to be able to recognize this, the power and the conviction in your voice and in your tonality. We'll get into the whole story of everything. So if someone is just meeting you, we'll get there. But have you always had that power coming from your voice, or is that relatively like new in this whole journey?
No, I've always knew that I was a leader at heart. I just think I lost my identity along the way, and I just had to I had to find myself, and I didn't think that would actually happen. I came to the very lowest point in my life, and I'm lucky and I'm grateful. Every day is a new day for me, all things new, and that's kind of how I look at it this year. So
let's go back to I know you took yourself on your own personal challenge, and which was really great. Obviously, you did the New World, New You challenge with us.
Right.
A lot of you in this community did, and you did it right alongside Matt. but he had studied and kind of heard of Tony a little bit before that. But I know you took yourself on your own challenge. So why don't you share with us, like you did New World New You challenge, like what was the challenge you decided to take yourself on and why?
Well, last August 4th, I was bedbound. I was approaching 5.5 years of not leaving a single room, just basically a prisoner in this room. And, as a couple months went by, I still was on my mask. I was still, breathing bedbound and so forth. But I knew I had to take it to another level. And so, through means of accountability and just support and everything, I started to work out. But I had my mask on when I started to work out. And part of the challenge when I got into the group was, I was going to completely transform my situation, my life, my body and everything. And I knew that was an inside job. It had to start with the inside.
Wait, hold on. I hate to interrupt you. Question. So when you got into this group, you're saying when you joined the challenge, something inside you was like, F it, like something's got to change.
Yeah. I mean, I knew it had to happen. Yeah.
Okay. Why? Why now? Why did it have to happen now? Because you had been bedbound for 5 years, you said?
Yeah, 5.5 years. I mean, the reason I chose it now, it was kind of like it chose me in a way because I knew that it was do or die, and I think desperation, coupled with focus and motivation helped. But I think the biggest thing was discipline, just setting that precedence, and just knowing that if I didn't do that, if I didn't make that change, I had a lot to lose. I had to start reassessing myself, and I did that, and I took inventory. And that's where I started. So that's why I joined the challenge. And
when did you find out about the New World New You challenge?
I came across it just online. Honestly, there was a lot of people that were joining it, and I wanted to give it a try. I looked at it and I said, you know what, this would be great. This would hold me accountable. Didn't expect as much as that came out of it as far as community, just developing new identity and just building relationships and so forth. But I'm happy I did. I mean, it's been amazing.
And you have kids, right?
Yep, I have 3 girls.
Wow. Yep. And then one of them just got engaged, I think I saw.
Yeah, no, so
having a baby.
Yeah, my oldest daughter just became a nurse. She finished nursing school and she got her state license. And then my youngest daughter is pregnant. Yeah, so we're excited. It's going to be a boy, so first boy in the family.
Is that a lot of the reason behind your pursuit of all of this is kids, or what would you say your why is?
Yeah, I mean, I had decimated my relationships. I'd been aloof. I'd been so isolated for so long. Had a brain injury, all the weight related stuff, and being on oxygen, all that. I had let my kids down, and I made decisions and choices that weren't healthy, and so I think that was a huge motivating factor. Plus, I have a little granddaughter, and and just those were huge to me. I mean, those were major stepping stones. But I knew that I couldn't fix those or attempt to fix those situations or rectify those relationships until I dealt with the inside. I mean, that's always going to be the way to do it. And that's why I approached this challenge is I was going to start from the inside and work my way out. And that's how it started.
Gosh, it's just so beautiful that you have such deep clarity on this. And for context for everyone, when you did New World New You challenge, I mean, you were doing that challenge from bed, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you're like laying down, laptop on your lap.
No laptop. No.
No laptop.
No, I had a tablet. I wasn't even wearing clothes when I first started. I mean, listen, I wasn't even wearing. I didn't even start wearing clothes until like the end of last 2022 because my body was so wrecked and I had all kinds of things wrong with it. So I wasn't able to do be productive or anything. So when I started with a mask, oxygen attached to the mask, which is a CPAP, apparatus, breathing apparatus, and I just started small with a tablet and I just started doing my exercises and waiting until my exercise bar came, and then I just started from there, and it was just gradually growing from there. I wasn't supposed to even sit up and walk again. That was never supposed to happen. The doctors told me I was never going to stand again. So everything I've done has defied that.
That's amazing. If we had the whole audience here, everyone would be applauding you right now. We just don't have the special effects on this to press the applause button.
Yeah.
But, what is amazing is, or the question that I have is during the actual challenge, like New World New You, because we're all like, I was on there. I was like, peak state, crank it, and some of those things. Did you ever feel like at a moment where you're like, fuck this, like, I'm going to give up because I can't do that? Like, was there anything like that in your mind that you had to overcome?
Yeah. I mean, listen, being a human being, I mean, we all face those setbacks and those challenges. But I think for me, I've learned to always, just especially in the last 4 months, take the tools I've learned, make a ritual out of it, and then step back and recalibrate and reassess my situation. So what I do is I use visualization and I step outside of the circumstances. So I step outside and I develop this cabin. I call it a cabin, and I go into that place and I take it in. I smell the environment. I see the landscape. I see the sun shining down, and that's my safe place. And everybody needs to have a safe place. And I think when I'm going through the hardest of times, if we can step outside of ourselves and recalibrate and reassess the situation, that would help us. I mean, that's the biggest thing I've learned so far, and that's what keeps me going when I want to give up or I feel like throwing the towel in. So
that's so beautiful. So you started New World New You Challenge, laying in bed, not wearing clothes, watching this on a tablet.
Yeah.
And then and then one of the days on that story or on that challenge is divorce your story and marry the truth.
Right.
Divorce your story, marry the truth. So what was the truth or the new story that you essentially married during that challenge and were committed to creating?
Just identity. That's the biggest thing, is that, that I can do all things, and it's not about where you've come from or what's happened to you or circumstances. It's not about, the things that's not what shapes you as a person. And you have to make the decision and choice on your own. Anybody can motivate us and anybody can inspire us. And we can all day long, but if we don't make the right choices to discipline ourselves to do it, then, it won't happen. And that's the biggest thing that I've learned, is that I've divorced myself from my past and I've stepped into a new identity for the future. And that's why when I first started this year, even before I joined the challenge, my biggest thing was, I'm a person of faith. So all things new for me was the biggest thing. That was the biggest thing. And I was determined to change my circumstances, but I knew that I had to do that on my own. I couldn't play the victim, or I couldn't do things. Yeah. I had to actually press in to do that.
Gosh, it's so beautiful. And your past, when you're saying divorce, what happens in the past, because it doesn't have to equal your future unless you choose it to. Right. And we talked briefly that you had experience in like gangs, and it was kind of like a crazy past before. Yeah. I mean, in a nutshell, what are a few, buzzwords to explain your past?
Just trauma. I mean, I went through a lot of stuff, just growing up, experienced things, but like you said, I mean, I look at everything as like a learning lesson and a stepping stone, to where
were you always like that, or for a while was there the victim mentality, or was there the?
I did. I did. I fell prey to that in this room. I'd given up. I was suicidal. I'd wanted.
The room you're in right now.
What's that?
In the room you're in right now.
In this room right now, I've been in this room since February 2016, not leaving this room. Unless I've went to the hospital or had some kind of thing, but I'm talking about like walking out. I haven't, no, not since 2016. I plan on, that's kind of the future, is that I plan on doing that real soon here. As far as I'm almost at that point, I'm ready to break through, and I'm so excited about it.
So you haven't left the room yet?
No, I've left the room as far as like on a chair recently, and then I would like walk to the door and stuff and like sit on the couch and do different things. But as far as walking outside this room since February 2016, I have not done that.
And you're in a room inside of your home?
Yep.
So like kitchen, you haven't gone to the kitchen?
No, I haven't. I have, no.
But since this challenge, because when did we do this challenge? It was January.
Yep.
January, February, March, April, May, June. So in 6 months, you went from laying in bed, watching this challenge on a tablet, not even clothed, to clothing, and then you got this bar, and I've seen you do
oxygen
with the bar.
With oxygen too, yeah.
Okay, with oxygen. Oh, so you were on oxygen. So then you got off oxygen. Then you decided to start moving your body. Got that bar, and so you're doing workouts from bed, right?
Yep, on my back, starting out with the apparatus. So I would have to have that, and I want to note that I had that on 24 hours a day for almost the whole year of 2020, until I got towards kind of October and November-ish. So like that entire year, August 4th was the pinnacle moment. But then when the new challenge, new challenge started or whatever, that's when I started doing the physical stuff. I hadn't done any physical stuff for years.
And the physical stuff is in relation to the new identity that you built.
You bet.
Woo!
You bet.
So then, okay, so I just need to get this chronological order for everybody. So then you got off the oxygen, off the apparatus, you start doing this workout from bed with this bar, and then you built yourself up to eventually swing your legs out of bed.
Yes. Well, not really. It wasn't just swing. So I had to strengthen my legs because I had permanent nerve damage in my right leg, and the doctors and the specialists told me that I probably wouldn't walk again. And the last time I had physical therapy was like, they would try to come, and then I'd always shoo them away, cause I was like, well, what's the point? But everything that they said I would not do as far as medically, I've done it. Like I don't wear a mask. I don't wear oxygen in the needle. As you can see, I talk, I can talk
Yeah.
really well, but I'm just completely baffled by that, sometimes the report is not the final outcome. And I think people need to understand that, it's not the end. And that's what I really thought it was. And that's why I'd given up. But this challenge has really taught me how to just press in and push yourself beyond the bounds that you think you can go. And I think that's what inspires me so much. And that's why I hope others are inspired by the same.
And what day did you officially start walking again?
It's in it's in one of my orders or whatever, one of my videos I have and stuff. But it started out from just sitting up when it was like, I think it was day 40 something, with my grandmother had come. I hadn't seen her for a long time. And that was like one of the first days I actually sat up, and my mom and my dad, and everybody was here, and they were like shocked. They were like, whoa, like, okay. And I was able to give them a hug. And I remember giving my mom a hug and my grandma a hug and my daughters sitting up though. And that broke me right there. Yeah.
And then you stood up.
Yep.
Then you start, walking here to the door. So the next thing that this community can support you with is opening the door and
that's
walking
right. Yeah.
to the next spot in the house. So when do you think that's going to be?
I'm shooting for mid-June. I want to get it done. Every goal that I've set for myself, I've accomplished it beforehand. So I've always I didn't think I was going to be actually sitting up or even standing up until May 19th was my original goal. So, being able to walk to the couch every day multiple times, and, has been amazing,
Wow.
And that's only the beginning, but I think mid-June, and I would say maybe the third week of June at the latest, but I'm not waiting till July to make those steps, because I know I'm on my way there. So.
Oh, that's so great. And so obviously this community and this, challenge community has been a huge part of your growth and just kind of setting that flame. What's been your favorite part of this beautiful community? And they're obviously all watching you right now.
Right. I love the diversification, love the different personalities, love the individuals from all over the world. Everyone has a story, and, and it's just the validation that we give each other. And I was telling Anna yesterday, it's kind of the way I visualize it is we're all in this giant field, and we're surrounded by beauty. We're just there to support each other, encourage one another, give each other hugs. You can do it. Just one more day, just keep pushing. And I love that. And that's how I visualize this group, because everybody comes from their own background, own suffering, own challenges, and we come together, we can be, unified. No one's a lone ranger. And I love that.
Yeah.
How everyone has their, special spot. So
what's next for you besides opening that door and walking out? What's kind of the big ticket item on that list of goals that you have coming up? What's the one thing that's just going to blow you away when you get to that?
Well, I'm actually moving into a house with my youngest daughter here July 1st. So we've already got that taken care of. That's huge. Yeah. That's leaving behind this place and starting a brand new situation. I'm actually in a relationship. I have a girlfriend, and I love her very much. She's a very, very big inspiration to me. She's a super cheerleader for me. Big inspiration. My girls, so just living life and being happy, and fulfilling my dreams and stuff. And also, I'm halfway through my certification to be a nutritionist and a certified personal trainer with the International Sports Sciences Association. So that's a huge, I'm super pumped about that too.
I thought you were going to have one thing you have coming up, but it's you've got this freaking planned out.
Yep, that's right. Staying busy.
Well, Tony's really excited about everything that you're doing. Awesome. And obviously so is this community. And we wanted to share a little something with you.
Okay.
Are you free June 3rd through the 6th?
Yeah.
Tony would like to gift you a ticket to UPW virtual.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. I would love that.
We're going to unleash the power within.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that.
And you'll have 4 full days with Tony and to train and to make this real.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. We will let him know, and congratulations. We're just so excited for you. And And thank you so much for joining us here today. And all of you that want to join Matt at UPW, we'll all be your cheerleader with you, but you guys can head to tonyr.co/June, join UPW June if you guys want to join Matt. But we're so excited. We're so grateful for your participation in this group and in life, and just being an example for all of us of what's possible. It doesn't matter where you come from or what you go through or what bed you're stuck to. You can always step up, sit up, move forward. And we're just grateful that you shared your story today. Do you have any last message for the crew?
Just keep pressing in, and press it on. That's the biggest thing. Never give up, and just always know that you're not alone. Never alone. I know that may sound cliche, but it's really not. When you really think about it, there's so many people out there that can relate to your story, and that are there to support you. So just keep going forward. That's it. Never give up.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much, KK.
Of course. Thank you. And we'll see you soon, Matt. Thank you so much for being here. And we're sending you a ton of love and can't wait to get you through that door. You guys, thank you so much for joining on this incredible day today. I hope you loved this new segment that we did, this interview style. I mean, Matt is such an incredible human being. And for him to give us his time today, I know he's like so unbelievably busy standing and walking, getting to that door. He's got a lot going on, and he's giving us his energy and attention. And I just would love for us to flood that chat box to say thank you to him for, joining us today. And thank all of you for being here every single week